Okay, final mission of the Klingon War, episode arc, Temporal Ambassador. Looks like we're going time traveling again, but this time with Tholians. Where have I got to go to? Azure Nebula. Yeah, let's transwarp there. This is nice and close. Done a good job with the models on these ships. Once you get a little closer to the modern break in between canon and the reboot, they change a bit, but generally it stays canon design rather than the reboots. Okay, let's see what happens. Unfortunately, I can't pause this recording software, so you're stuck with these lovely loading screens, same way as I am. Celsius don't have the best record with space-time things. Managed to get rid of Kirk with one. And it's jumping around. Lovely. I love the way it does that. Just as you're about to get to it. Speed it. It's gone again. This time it's getting closer. Looks like my ship's changed. You might have noticed behind that little Tholian web one little Ambassador class starship. Same class as the old Enterprise C. Yeah, it looks like I'm fighting as Vice Admiral 50, which is a hell of a bump up.
Do you have a question? Thank you, Captain. The Tholian Assembly appreciates your loyalty. So many ship captains threw away their lives needlessly in the days after they annexed this area of space. It'll take a few hours to offload your cargo. Feel free to grab a hot meal in the commissary. I know that comforts can be hard to come by in this sector. I recommend the plomeek soup. It almost tastes like something. Do you need anything else?
Oh, it's strange they put this in the Klingon War story arc comes much later.
Hello. For all I know, you could be informing on me to the Tholians. My name is Teton. I was born on Romulus. After the war, I signed on to a freighter crew working the Bolian run. My captain got in trouble with the Tholians, and I ended up here. I'm a true and loyal servant of the Tholians, and I don't want any trouble. Now go away and leave me alone. I have work to do. Don't bother.
Let's go and try some of the food.
Haven't seen you around here before, Captain. Got a minute to talk? I know. I asked around about you, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you this, but I need your help. You're not supposed to be here. None of us are. Not in this timeline, I mean. My ship, my crew, we were supposed to do something important. We went through an anomaly, moved through time, and everything changed. We tried to go back. I guess the battle with the Klingons disrupted the anomaly. Instead of getting back where we belong, we ended up here with the Tholians running everything. I'd never even seen a Tholian before. You have to help us set things right. You have to. Me and my crew. There are a little over 100 of us here, scattered throughout the work camp. We're about 65 years ahead of where we should be, according to my math. We were fighting the Romulans. This was back in 2344. And the weapons discharges caused a temporal rift. We passed through, and because we weren't at Narendra to do what we were supposed to do, the timeline changed. We ended up in a timeline where the Federation and the Klingon Empire were at war. The Federation was losing, badly. We tried to go back to set things right. Then the Klingons found us, and the Enterprise D. There's someone here with us from that timeline. Her name is Tasha. I'll take you to her. Maybe she can help explain this.
Come on, keep walking. I don't need you wagging your tail.
We need your help. My name is Tasha Yar. I was Chief Tactical Officer of the USS Enterprise D. In my timeline, we were fighting a war against the Klingons, and I was proud to do my part to protect the Federation. What I learned, though, in the correct timeline, history as it should be, I died a meaningless death. I accepted the risks when I put on the uniform, and I don't regret what happened. But if I'm going to die, I want it to mean something. That's why I chose to go back with the Enterprise C. I know this is a lot to accept, but you have to trust us.
I've done that bit.
Got a minute to talk? Call me Castillo. Not a lot to tell, I guess. I'm Lieutenant J.G. Richard Castillo, Helm Officer of the USS Enterprise C, an unwilling time traveler. I'm normally the Helm Officer, but I'm Senior Officer now that Captain Garrett and the rest of the senior staff are gone. I've got to do what the Captain would want. Get us back to where we belong. And finish. I know this is hard to accept.
We need your help. I'm from Starfleet, and if I'm right, that's a name that should ring bells with you as well. In an alternate timeline from this one, the correct one, Starfleet is still alive and well, and you're a Starfleet officer too. When the Enterprise C moved ahead in time, it created an alternate timeline, one in which I was alive but shouldn't have been. I left with the Enterprise to set things right. We thought we were returning to the Narendra system in 2344 to defend the Klingon colony there from a Romulan attack. We ended up in this nebula in 2409. The Tholians caught us before we could try again, and you can guess the rest. We're going to try to restore the timeline, but to do so, we need the Enterprise C. It's still in the hangar here, and as soon as we get back to her, we'll find the temporal rift and get back to where and when we're supposed to be. To do that, we need your help. Franklin Drake is already helping us. He managed to get an access key used to operate the systems in the hangar control room. We need you to get the code from Drake and use it to open the doors to the hangar control room. I'd go myself, but we've already been here a week. The Tholians know we're trying to get back to the ship. They're watching us. But you're new. They won't suspect you're involved. Of course, it's not as simple as getting the code and opening the door. The Tholians have guards on all critical areas. You'll need to slip past the guards and get into the maintenance tunnels. From there, it's a winding maze to the hangar control room, which can only be unlocked from the inside. Once you get in, you'll be able to open the doors. We'll be waiting there to help you free the Enterprise. Here, take this communicator. It's on a scrambled frequency the Tholians don't monitor, and it'll allow me to contact you while you're on the move. Maybe you can convince someone to cause a distraction. That might make slipping past the guards into the tunnels easier.
Question. Take it. Here's a map, too. You'll need it in the tunnels. I still don't know why I'm risking my neck for this. Don't expect any more help from me. The Federation fell before I was born. I shouldn't even care, but there's something about Yar and Castillo. I know they believe they can make a difference. It makes me want to believe. Do you need anything?
If you're doing this mission at the end of the Klingon War story arc, these will be new people to you, but otherwise, some old friends. Got Salman from the Colosseum episode. Obsec from the Romulan War. Vakil Shion. He's normally a good one for this.
How can I assist you? I don't remember the Federation or Starfleet. The war was almost over before I was born. This is the only life I know. One of servitude, deprivation, loss. I want something better. That freedom my parents and grandparents told me about. I want the Federation back. I'll help. Just tell me what you need.
Of course, he's captain of the Enterprise Air Force and such.
Usha, to the death! Usha, to the death!
Always bloody Jeffrey's tubes.
maintenance tunnels are a maze. They make navigating the Jeffries tubes on the Enterprise look easy. I recommend using the map to keep track of where you've been, what doors lead away from which room, and where you are currently.
Useful. It's basically a blank map. Let's go straight. Let's keep going straight.
We've hit a snag. There are Tholians in the control room. When they're in there, they pump in a Tholian-friendly atmosphere and raise the temperature. It will kill us if we try to enter. You'll need to replace the methane-based atmosphere with something we can breathe and lower the ambient temperature in the control room before we can continue as planned. The Tholians are very precise. They want to learn everything they can about the ships they're capturing. All rooms connected to the hangars have their atmospheres exchanged to prevent damage to the systems they're dismantling for study. Also, sometimes they force humanoids to do the work for them, so they'll pump in something we can handle.
Okay, so that should be the... Oh, come on, where's the hand-drawn map? There we go. So, there we go, we've got the first part of the map. Let's go that way. And start going down the map again. There we go. Close the methane gas vents. Another one? No. Okay, let's keep going down. Oh, hold on. Oh dear. So just to give you an idea where I am. Just there is where you can lower the temperature of the atmosphere. Let's go. Where this is. Search crate. Woohoo, a level appropriate item. So what did I get? Science console. Okay. Need to go back. So I came in this way, so hopefully this way. Yep. And I want to carry on. Hopefully. Should be pretty much the last one.
At least they haven't started taking the ship apart yet.
We need to work together. What do you want me to do? I was the helm officer on the Enterprise. We need to work together. What do you want me to do?
It doesn't really make much difference what you assign each one to do.
I am here to assist.
We don't have much time.
Which means I get the Tholian weapon.
overriding security protocols.
There we go, that's the main web's gone. Come on.
I'm changing the targeting subroutines for the tractor beams.
Come along.
Tractor beam is disabled.
Let's go steal a ship. Now all we have to do is get out. It's not as if the ship looks even barely like a Tholian one. I'm guessing I'm going to have to fight my way out. Well, actually I'm not guessing, because I played this mission back when it first came out. Admittedly that was a long time ago. Out of here as fast as possible. Shields to maximum. And we've got to... Unfortunately, we can't just run. We've got to take out the Tholian ships. Plasma and slow it down if they run into that. It's a bit of an upgrade. all the loot and sort it out later.
Looks like you could use some help.
Right. Case of wearing these guys down.
We took a hit. Phasers are partially offline. We'll need to work together to take out this last ship.
Good one. Okay. In we go. All power to weapons. Time to head home back to my time. There it is.
The way is clear, and the temporal anomaly has been stabilized. Head for the anomaly, Enterprise. It will put you back where you need to be. That's my job. The details aren't important. Restoring the timeline is. Get moving. The Tholians are already starting to regroup.
And there we go. Just won a battle on yesterday's Enterprise.
I'm sure you've realized by now, you're part of a very different timeline. This one is an aberration that we are here to correct. It would be irresponsible of us to let you go back in time with the Enterprise C, and compromise that timeline as well. We'll send you back to your time. There are still some very important events in the 25th century that you need to be a part of. As soon as the Enterprise C returns to its correct place in history, the timeline should right itself.
There we go, that is the Klingon story arc completed. Let's depart the system. Let's see. see what gifts we get. So what I need to do is make some space in my inventory. Get rid of that because I can't use it. I'm not going to upgrade that just yet. Let's see, we get Ambassador class starship, yesterday's Enterprise uniform, and some dilithium.
Congratulations, Commander.
And that's all, folks.